and gentlemen, welcome to Spencer County High School. Tonight's special night will be honoring the baseball and the track seniors. First up for track, please put your hands together for Brian Cooper, being escorted with his mother, Terry Cooper. He has been running track for 4 years. He is a participant in the 4x200, the 4x400, the 4x800, and the mile. Plans after high school is to go to the University of Kentucky and major in architecture. His favorite memory is seeing what outfit Davison would wear sophomore year, from neon thigh-high socks to short shorts. It was so funny. Next up, let's welcome Haley Wellington. Being escorted by her parents, Jessica and Brian Wellington. She has been running track for 4 years. She's a participant in the 200 meter and the 4x800 relay. Plans after school is to study nursing at University of Louisville, and her favorite memories are the friendships she has made this year. Let's hear it for your Spencer County High School Bears track and field seniors. And now for the Spencer County High School Baseball Bears seniors. First up, Josh Truax, being escorted by his parents, Marty and Tammy Truax. He's been with the program for 4 years and spent 4 years on varsity. Favorite baseball memory is his senior Florida trip. His plans after high school is to attend the University of Kentucky. One more time, let's hear it for Josh Truax. Next up, Jacob Trowbridge, escorted by his parents, Amanda Raleigh and John Trowbridge. He spent 4 years on the baseball program, 3 years on varsity. His favorite baseball memory is seeing the game-tying home run against Shelby County in the district tournament. His plans after high school is continue plumbing and have my own business. One more time, let's hear it for Jacob Trowbridge. Mr. Avery Burkhart, being escorted by his parents, Joe and Tiffany Burkhart. Avery has spent 3 years in the program, 3 years on varsity. His favorite baseball memory is going to Florida. His plans after high school is to attend the University of Louisville Speed School. One more time, let's hear it for Avery Burkhart. And one more time for your 2022 high school baseball seniors.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Spencer County High School for baseball action tonight. Senior Day here at Spencer County High School. We got to honor, if you were watching there, you got to see not only the 3 seniors on the baseball team, but also 2 on the track and field team, John.
Yep.
So good to be able to celebrate the accomplishments of their careers.
Yeah, and it's nice to have that opportunity, to get, even like you mentioned, the track and field, for them to be able to come out, be a part of this, be involved, and be recognized. It's way to go, Spencer County sports, and let's continue to honor these kids.
The track and field kids was Bryn Cooper and Haley Wethington. Congratulations to them. And for the baseball team, Jacob Trowbridge, Avery Burkhart, and Josh Truax are the 3 seniors on the team this year. Heavy on the juniors on this baseball team, so it'll be a really big senior day next year.
Yeah, it will be. It'll be a big senior day, and it'll be a senior day that'll hurt a little bit for this Spencer County Bears team.
So today, ladies and gentlemen, we have your Spencer County Bears taking on the Kentucky Country Day Bearcats. Spencer County coming into the game 9-19 on the year. And Kentucky Country Day, 6-13, team out of the 7th region, John, come out here to play us this afternoon.
Yeah, really, looking at the statistics, not having a lot of information on Country Day, but just seeing what KHSAA had on their website statistics for this team, I think this is going to be a good matchup.
I do too.
They have some players out there that, starting pitcher tonight for Kentucky Country Day, Brady Butler, freshman, pitching, a 2.91 ERA, an incredible ERA, especially for a freshman.
And playing against those teams in the 7th region, you're playing the males,
yeah.
the Ballards, the teams like that. That's there's some ball players over there.
There is some ball players over there. And so just some statistics like that I'm seeing that, kind of sticking out to me. But then on the other hand, I don't see those statistics really plowing their way through that lineup. And so I think, this is going to be an opportunity to where there's going to be good players on the field for both teams. And it's going to be just trying to mitigate that damage, when you have to, when there's somebody out there or there's a bad play or an error or something like that happens. And whatever team that can take care of handling those pressure moments, when their star, quote-unquote, athletes aren't dealing with the play, I think really stands a good chance to winning this game.
On the Spencer County side, we got Brody Frederick on the hill today, John. Brody's somebody we've not seen pitch so far this year. I'm excited to see that.
Yep.
I don't know whether to pick fun at him, which I do all the time, or be jealous of the hair.
The hair.
Yeah.
It's all about the hair. It's curly and it's full-bodied and flowing, and Bo doesn't have that.
None of that. None of that. But I like to give Brody a hard time. But it's fun to joke with these kids, and they enjoy it too.
Yeah. Well, and speaking of Brody Frederick, happy to see him out there on the mound. 3-2 so far on the season, wins and losses from the mound, pitching a 5.62 ERA, and has pitched 28 innings, given up 29 hits, 27 strikeouts, and only 15 walks. And so, Brody, for not seeing him on the mound very often, you normally, when you think of the pitching staff with Spencer County Bears, you think of Bradley Coulter. So not seeing Brody out there near as much, it's something that junior, he's just done really well and just gotten better every year and really is having an impact on the mound.
We are announcing our starting lineups right now. And, John, we can probably go through the lineup right quick for Spencer County. Carter Walters, the freshman, leading off for Spencer County, followed up by third baseman Jacob Delph and Bradley Coulter at short. Josh Truax playing first base tonight instead of being behind the plate. Mason Wright, who plays all over the field, John, tonight's designated hitter. Trowbridge is playing in right field. And another new one we haven't seen yet this year, John, in the games we've done, is Alex Hawkinsmith. He's going to be behind the plate today. And then the senior Avery Burkhart and Balin Ford playing in left field.
In left field, number 25, Balin Ford.
Yeah, it's an interesting lineup. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm sure everybody out there watching understands too. The lineup is adjusted. It's senior night. Coach Kingsolver is going to put seniors out there on the field to start the game, and we'll see how it goes. But right now, we're with the public address announcer as we have the national anthem.
As we get ready to get started here today, Spencer County will take the field first, being the home team, dressed in their home white uniforms, white top, white pants. Kentucky Country Day will also have white pants on, but they'll have the blue shirt.
Yeah, it's pretty warm out here today, Bo. Compared to the other games we've done, we've been a little cooler up here from time to time, and a little breezy, but it's a beautiful day out here. I tell you, folks, if you're looking for something to do, I know the drive-through line's probably long at Dairy Queen, but it might be worth stopping, getting you an ice cream cone, come on by and watch some baseball. Pretty small crowd here right now, plenty of room for everybody, and just come enjoy a good night outside.
We talked about this before the game, John. We've run through the gamut of weather over the past year between the football games and the Logan County game in the playoffs where there was frost on our table, and now we're up here and it's 85 degrees outside, and I'll take this any day.
Well, I can't remember his name, and it's killing me that I can't remember his name, but the guy that they always send out from the Weather Channel to the hurricane places, I can't remember his name, but that's who I feel like right now. We faced every type of condition.
Jim
Cantori, there you go. We've been out, anybody who was either here or watched the broadcast of the John Harden game in football in the playoffs last year. I mean, just the monsoon that came through and the wind blowing and the rain, it was nuts. And now,
us holding on to the canopy on top of the –
Now it's 85, sunny, a little bit of a breeze, and a beautiful day for some baseball.
We'll take it. Jake Figa leading off for the KCD Bearcats. Figa, a junior, takes the first pitch for a strike. Batting .122 on the year in 18 games so far. 19 total games KCD's played this year, so he's usually in the lineup. Second pitch, hit back up the middle, fielded by Burkhart. He's not going to have a chance to even get a throw off. Went to put that plant foot down, John, and just slid a little bit. Didn't have a chance.
Yeah, and really great spot to put it if you're Figa. Frederick really didn't have much of an opportunity to try to get to that baseball. And did a good job not to go after it. You don't want to try to knock it off its course because your second baseman's strolling over there for it. But, just not able to get a good plant. Now, it's infield hit for the leadoff.
Figa's going on the first pitch. Hawkinsmith with the throw down. It gets into the outfield. Figa's up. He's going to run for third. Throw from Walters. Third's not going to be in time. It gets by the third baseman. Stolen base to second and reached third on an error there by Jake Figa. KCD showed they're ready to come out here, and it's week after Derby week, but they got the horses running.
Yes, they do.
Stodgill at the plate, shortstop, also a junior. Takes the second pitch on the outside corner for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. Figa gets the short lead from third. Frederick from the stretch. Breaking pitch up high. Hangs that one a little bit, John, but gets away with it. Swing and a miss for strike 2.
Yeah, people often think about placement of a baseball when it's coming across that plate, but speed can have just as big of a problem for a batter as placement can.
Another breaking pitch, lined hard, base hit through the 6-hole. And that'll score a run. Luke Russo now up for KCD. Luke batting .458 on the year. 1 home run, 10 RBIs.
Yeah, and I was kind of curious right there thinking that. I was wondering if Frederick might not throw over there. You got to wonder if Coach Sims isn't going to try again against Hawkinsmith just to see if he can be able to get that base pretty easy, get that runner in scoring position.
And the runner goes. Hawkinsmith again throws. Good throw that time, a little bit high, but Stodgill gets in with the stolen base. 2 singles, 2 stolen bases so far for the Bearcats. balls, 1 strike. Count to Russo. He's going for third, and Hawkinsmith never had a chance there. He got a big break. That pitch caught the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
So far, Frederick really pitching a good game. I mean, yeah, it's only been 3 batters, and yeah, they've given up a run and everything, but what he's actually dealing across the plate, he's doing a great job.
Wastes 1 outside, 2-2.
Get a little bit of support from his defense. Maybe find a way to slow the running game down for this Country Day team, and Frederick is in fine shape.
Swing. Bad pitch there. 4 strike 3, and Russo strikes out swinging. Frederick making him chase, and he goes after it, goes down swinging. Now up number 23, Ethan Harris. Harris, the center fielder, cleanup hitter. 298 on the season. First pitch called strike. Another breaking pitch. That's 2 breaking pitches in a row there that he threw the third strike on Russo, and that one there made the hitter look bad.
Oh, it was an ugly swing, trying to reach for that, trying to slow himself down.
No balls, 2 strikes, so I'd look for Frederick to waste one here. Hawkinsmith set up in the left-hand batter's box. Calder comes in, gives him a few words of encouragement. Ask him where he's eating after the ball game. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Count to Harris. Breaking pitch, fouled back over our head. Oh, got the headlight of a Mercedes.
Didn't break the headlight, but he got one.
Still 1 ball, 2 strikes. Ground ball to short. Calder's going to make the play. Fired across the diamond. Good. No, it gets by. I thought Truex dug that one out. Another run scores for KCD to make it 2-0. Michael Rader now up for the Bearcats. Rader, the second baseman. Harris gets the lead from first. That's 2 throws over in a row from Frederick. Really going to pay attention to that. First 2 batters that got over there.
Yeah, they were able to get over to second pretty easy.
Yeah, big lead by Harris. Another throw over. Now Hawkinsmith's going to go out and talk to his pitcher. Rader, the sophomore, still waiting his first pitch. And the runner goes. Hawkinsmith throws high and gets into the outfield, but good backup there by Bradley Calder. Keep the runner at second base. 4 stolen bases in the first inning.
Yeah, that's pretty painful when you're able to move those runners around like that. And like I said, when you look at the pitches, that Frederick's been able to throw across the plate, the strikes he's been able to get, we got to slow this running attack down if we're going to have a chance.
Pitch is outside, 2-0. Pickoff attempt goes to second. Coulter sneaks in behind Harris. That's another thing too, John. That gets in your pitcher's head.
Yeah. Yeah, he starts focusing a little bit more on a runner than he ought to and loses his focus on that pitch. It's going to bring up a 3-0 count right here.
A little miscommunication going on here. Frederick also a catcher, so you know he knows all the signals.
Mm-hmm.
Go back to second again.
That was tight too.
Yep. Pitch squares to bunt. Throws a little high down to third, and we got another stolen base by Harris. Three and one. Now the count to Raider. Top of the first, KCD leads 2-0 early. That pitch is high, ball 4. And got runners on the corners now, and I'd be willing to bet Raiders going first pitch, John.
Oh, yeah, they're not going to stop him from going. You got a lot of speed over there with Harris on third. You know, Spencer County really doesn't have much of a choice right here. Can't throw down to second base. Can't, you know, possibly give them the opportunity to have Harris take off from third and score. So, yeah, they're pretty well going to give him second.
Carl Williams, the senior, third baseman, now up for the Bearcats. Runner goes. Ball goes straight back to Frederick. Now KCD, 2 runners in scoring position, John, 1 out. Big opportunity here for Williams. Breaking pitch, up and in, ball 2.
Yeah, one of the most painful things that's going on with this base running by Kentucky Country Day right now is they're taking so many force outs away from Spencer County. We've not once been in a position where we could turn a double play.
Ground ball goes under the glove of Coulter. That's going to score 2 more. And the runner advances up to second.
Now, obviously, nothing that we have, I know we've made jokes about this, but nothing that we have that we're keeping or we're scoring is official. I have 2 errors on Bradley Coulter already in this inning. The throwing error, where, you know, was able to not throw out the player headed to first, but then also that right there, just kind of a little bit of a lazy play. You know, something we don't typically see from Coulter. You know, didn't move very well to get in front of the ball, kind of stabbed his glove at it, and it just out of position. And so it's those little mistakes like that in a game like this that can cost you so much, because only 1 out, the way they're moving these runners around, we've got to get this slowed down, got to get an opportunity to get the bats out before they've just got us in a hole that's insurmountable.
That one goes to right field into the grass. Trowbridge will field it. Runners rounding third. He's going to score. RBI single by Butler. Or was that Williams? No, Williams was on.
That was Butler, yeah.
Now batting number 12, Maverick.
Now the catcher. Mead, Maverick Mead, 8th grader.
Yeah, not having the best luck at the plate so far this year. 0.74 average.
0-2. Ball's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
I'm kind of surprised that Butler's still standing at first base, Bo.
I am too. Popped up in the infield.
That should be infield fly.
Delph comes all the way over. Makes the play for out number 2.
Now batting number 11, Holden Jones.
And the Bearcats have batted around. Batter number 9. Holden Jones, right fielder. 2 away, top of the first. First pitch strike from Frederick.
Jones batting 0.77 so far on the season, Bo. Struck out 9 times and has drawn 1 walk.
Up and away, ball 1.
So what that tells me is a kid that's going up there that's looking to swing the bat. So Frederick going to have to be careful. He's going to have to try to work his positions, work his velocities, get him to swing at stuff that he doesn't want him to hit.
Butler with the lead from first. The pitch swung on and missed. Strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. Line out of the reach of Calder into the outfield. A single by Jones. Now back to the top of the lineup in Figa.
Number 22, Jake Figa.
Figa with an infield hit, stolen base back and to lead all this mess off. First run scored.
First pitch outside, ball 1. Foul back out of play. 1 ball, 1 strike. Fastball outside, 2-1. Bearcats, runners on first and second. Butler down at second, Jones at first. Three and one now the count to Figa. That's outside, ball 4. That loads them up for Jack Stodgehill. And here comes Coach Kingsolver. He'll make a move here. Jogging in from the bullpen. Jarrett Stewart. Jarrett, the freshman. We seen him last week, John. Got a pretty good, lively arm on him.
Yeah, good pitcher overall. Sometimes can struggle a little bit with his control, but let's see if he can get some of these across the plate.
Stewart going to inherit a bases loaded, 2 outs. KCD leads 5-0, still in the top of the first.
Quick little rundown of Brody Frederick out there, 2/3 of an inning, give up 5 hits, 6 total stolen bases while he was on the mound, 1 strikeout, 2 walks, 5 runs. And so kind of a little bit of a rough first inning, rough 2/3 of an inning there for Brody.
Three runners on, still his responsibility too.
Yep. I'll be honest, I'm not keeping track of earned runs versus unearned runs, and so that's why I just 5 runs.
First pitch, got the outside corner, strike 1. That kid's got a lively arm for a freshman.
Yes, he does.
Foul ball, that's going to get out of play. Take the count to 0-2 on Jack Stodgehill. Stodgehill singled, RBI earlier this inning, 2 stolen bases. Breaking pitch, back up the middle, caught by Burkhart for out number 3. And that'll do it for the Bearcats, but not before they plate 5. Your score after a half inning, KCD 5, Spencer County coming up. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports. Matt Garrett, Spencer County High School. We go to the bottom of the first inning. Due up for the Spencer County Bears in the first inning, Walters, Delph, and Coulter. Coming up to try to start a mess for the Bears here, John. We can't get all 5 back in one swing, but you got to chip away a little bit at a time.
Well, back when I played, Coach right now would always just say, it's our turn now. So, it's anything can happen in baseball, and just like one team can throw up 5 in an inning, there's nothing saying we can't do the same.
First pitch is inside, ball 1. Walters jumps all over that one. Fouls it out of play.
A long strike.
Walters batting .288 on the year for the freshman. 19 hits, 66 at bats, 17 walks. You'd like to see that out of your leadoff hitter.
Yes, you do. That's his job. Anything he can do to get on first is all he's supposed to do.
Big bender. Got it in for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Walters. Brady Butler, also a freshman, out on the hill for KCD. Tries the same pitch. That one stays up high, 2-2. John's up here fighting a bumblebee under the table.
Yep, we're going to have words, too.
2-2 pitch. Jumps all over that and about took out the umpire down at first base.
Now he's after you, too.
I'm not paying attention to him. Still 2-2, count to Walters. Well, he's lost 3. That one off the tennis courts. Step back in, still 2-2.
And, he's moved up as far as he can in that batter's box. He's doing everything he can to sit back on that pitch.
7 pitches. This is the 8th. Fouled that one down the first base line. That's another thing I always liked out of my leadoff hitter. You want to get on base any way you can.
Yeah.
But let's try to see as many pitches as possible.
That's right.
That way you got there on deck, and your whole team should be standing there on that fence watching this pitcher right now.
Yep.
Kind of see his tendencies, what he does, what he don't do. Another 2-2. That's lined into right field. That's going to get down for a base hit. Good at bat for Walters.
Now batting number 14, Jacob Delph.
And now you got to wonder, Walters sitting over there on first after seeing the pitcher and catcher warm up here from Country Day. Wasn't really the greatest throw down from the catcher to second. Is King Solver going to try to play the same game that Sims is playing over there for Country Day?
That one lined down the right field line, going to get out of play for strike 1. Delph, 203 on the season. 14 for 69 in 25 ball games. Walters gets the lead from first. And he's going. That pitch is inside. Throw down. Nowhere near in time. Stolen base for Carter Walters. Bears now runner in scoring position. Nobody out. Big, slow breaking ball. That misses. Throw from the catcher in the dirt. 2-1. Count to Delph. That fastball's low, 3-1.
If you watch, Bo, that pitcher, to me, it almost looks like he's throwing from his ear.
He's got a hitch in it.
Yeah, he doesn't really – it's a short arm type of a look that he's throwing, and you're not going to get a lot of velocity and control out of that.
Delph fouls that one off, out of play. That'll run the count full. Payoff pitch to Delph. Swing and a miss, ball's in the dirt. They throw him out at first. Walters, being alert, gets over to third on the strikeout by Delph. Bradley Coulter now up for Spencer County. Bradley, 368 on the year. Hard ground ball down third base. It's going to be foul. Oh, 1 to Coulter. Breaking ball off the end of the bat. Little squibbler to second base. They'll get the out at first, but Walters comes across the plate.
Now batting number 24, Josh Truax.
5-1 now. Spencer County plates its first run. Josh Truax now up. Senior playing first base today. Reaches for that one. That's going to get back into the stands.
I mentioned this back when Walters was up, the first batter we seen this inning. It's something that if I'm Coach Kingsolver, I'm telling every
jumps all over that one.
Wow.
Burns the left fielder. He's going to round first. He's going to go into second. Standing up. Nope. Gets down. Double for Truax.
But I'm going to tell every batter going up for these Spencer County Bears, you need to be up in that box. And I know it can mess with some batters. Some batters want to be in the same spot every time. It's a psychological thing where they just feel comfortable. They want to be, the plate's here, this is here, this is here. But you're not seeing a lot of velocity from the pitcher. You're going to have to be able to do something in order to get that ball and bat squared up. And if you can get a little bit closer, your timing's not near as effective, and we're not going to pull as many of these shots foul.
Mason Wright now up for the Spencer County Bears. 2 away, bottom of the first. Well, I'm going to bring up a name from the past. That's like an old Rick Mailer slow curveball.
Yeah. Yeah. Kind of looked like somebody dropped it out of left field or something.
The slur, they
yeah.
used to call it. 2 balls, no strikes. Up and in, ball 3. Truax gets the big lead from second. Pitch, curveball, caught the outside corner, strike 1.
Oh, Mason taking all the way right there,
Yeah.
and can't blame him.
No. You're down 5-1. You need base runners. You got to get them any way you can. So
Yeah, and
fouled that back.
Brady Butler showing he's having a difficult time controlling his pitches tonight. You can't help him.
Right. Three balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs, bottom of the first inning. Here's the payoff pitch to right. Fastball, swing and a miss, ball in the dirt. Throw down to first base is in time for out number 3. Another strikeout with the throw out down to first. Your score after 1, KCD 5, Spencer County 1. We'll be back in a minute on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, top of the second inning, Kentucky Country Day coming up to the plate. We got Russo, Harrison, Rader due up for the Bearcats. Russo struck out back in the first inning. Jarrett Stewart back out for Spencer County. First pitch up and in, ball 1. Pitch caught the outside corner, strike 1.
Boy, you got to love the sound of that when that hits that mitt. That slap against the mitt. Wow.
Back up and in, ball 2. 2 balls, 1 strike. Russo may have struck out in the first, John. He is the best hitter on this KCD team.
Yep.
So, Bears do have to be careful. Breaking pitch caught the inside corner, strike 2.
Yeah, Frederick pitching that first 2/3 of that first inning and able to get Russo with a great breaking pitch. Just slow, nice curve on the outside.
Swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 strikeouts for Russo.
Now batting number 23, E.T. Perry.
Harris now up. Reached on the error by Coulter back in the first inning, then stole 2 bases and come on around to score. First pitch, swing and a miss, strike 1. About just a touch inside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Beautiful day for baseball out here, folks.
It is.
It's warm out, but the breeze is blowing, makes it feel a little cooler.
I'll be honest, I was kind of concerned coming out tonight. I thought, boy, I'm going to roast up there on top of that press box.
Foul tipped into the glove.
But
2 balls, 2 strikes.
But you're right, Bo. That breeze makes a world of difference.
Two pitch to Harris. Harris calls time, backs out. Way outside.
Sounded like we had the UK marching band coming out into right field out there for a second.
Yeah, that was my daily call from the school. Those of you out there listening know exactly what I'm talking about, too. Swing and a miss, strike three. 2 players up so far for KCD in this inning, 2 strikeouts.
Now batting number 10, Michael Rader.
Michael Rader. Single back in the first, 2 RBIs. Pitch is inside, ball 1. That ball was out in the river, but got called for a strike. 1 ball, 1 strike. We talked about those stolen bases in the first inning, John. When you look down this lineup, you've got Stodge with 18, Rader with 11, Dickerson with 13, Figa with 13, Harris with 11. I mean, this all the way down the lineup. 1-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Jarrett strikes out the side. 3 up, 3 down for the Bearcats in the top of the second. Your score after 1.5. KCD 5, Spencer County 1. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Back at Spencer County High School, bottom of the second inning. Due up for the Bears in the second inning, Trowbridge, Hawkinsmith, and Burkhart. Spencer County trails 5-1.
Trowbridge, one of the 3 seniors, honored earlier before the game, getting his first at bat.
Way up on the plate. First pitch, outside, ball 1.
I didn't think I said it that loud. I'll take it.
Swing and a miss, 1-1. Trowbridge, 219 on the year. 16 for 73. Fly ball popped up in the infield. Pitcher comes over and calls it, makes the catch for out number 1. Now we got Alex Hawkinsmith, sophomore.
Now batting number 5, Alex Hawkinsmith.
Hawkinsmith, 152 on the year. only played 14 of the 28 games. Lines that one to left field, but right at the left fielder. He only had to take like 3 steps, John, to haul that one in. Good shot by Hawkinsmith, just right at him.
Yeah, really hoping that left fielder would have got a little worse read on it. I mean, he didn't have to read it much, but we did have a situation there with that double that Truax was able to hit to where they took too many steps in. You know, you coached, I coached. The first thing you tell a kid to do is you take a step back. You know,
and that sun for the left fielder here is brutal. Foul ball down the third baseline. 1 ball, 1 strike to Avery Burkhart, another senior here for Spencer County.
That pitch is in the dirt. Ball 2.
Last time these seniors play on this field, John, I know you played baseball back in the day. I did too. It's special memories.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's just a fun game, and it's hard to put into words. And most people out there have played, you know, at least have a season or 2 under their belt here or there. And it's just a lot of fun to be out there with your friends.
Big breaking pitch up high for ball 4. Burkhart walks. That brings up Balin Ford.
Now batting number 25, Balin Ford.
Balin Ford, definitely not somebody that's hurt you to have in that 9 spot. You know, kind of surprises me that he's down there, but you know, a situation like this, Burkhart able to draw a walk to get somebody like Balin Ford up there to bat. I mean, you can do a little damage out of this.
First pitch strike. 2 away. Burkhart, big lead. He's going. That pitch is outside. Throw down to second. Not in time. Burkhart goes in standing up. Runner in scoring position now for Balin Ford. That ball's going to go right at the shortstop. Plants his foot, throws across the diamond, not in time. That's why you run it out right there, kids.
That's right.
Infield single for Balin Ford.
Burkhart able to advance to third base on that, and we're in a situation that, you know, Country Day was in just a little bit ago, where runners on the corners and a catcher a little less than effective back there throwing down the second. They're pretty well going to give the base to Ford.
Yeah, I'm taking all the way right here if I'm Walters. Get that runner down to second. That ball's in the dirt, gets by. Burkhart stays at third. So now Walters ducks on the pond, John. Got 2 runners in scoring position, 2 outs. But he was jumping all over this pitcher in the first inning.
He was. I mean, he had foul balls out there that, goodness, he hit a country mile.
And he grounds the ball to second base. Slow dribbler, fielded on to first for out number 3. And that'll do it for the Bears in the bottom of the second. Your score after 2, KCD 5, Spencer County 1. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, starting the top of the third inning for KCD. Got Williams, Butler, and Meade due up for the Bearcats. Carl Williams reached on the error by Coulter back in the first inning. That ball's fouled out of play. No balls and one strike. Big slow curveball. Swing and a miss makes it 0-2.
I tell you, Bo, this Country Day team up to bat with the first 2 innings, tale of 2 innings. You know, you went from the first inning, be able to put 5 runs on the board, left 3 runners on base, to where the second inning, Stewart out there on the mound, that he only pitched to 3 batters. So you left 3 on base, only pitched to 3 in that second inning. So it's quite an adjustment. They're having a hard time really picking up the velocity that Stewart's throwing.
Called strike 3 on the outside corner. That's 4 strikeouts in a row for Stewart. Now Brady Butler. Butler singled with an RBI back in the first. Fouls the first pitch back, 0-1. Stewart back on that rubber, ready to roll.
Yeah,
he's got his rhythm going. He's ready to go.
You get in a groove like that. Ooh.
Just a touch inside, 1-1.
I mean, if I'm Hawkinsmith, I held that pitch there too, just as long as he did. That was close.
Called strike 2. That pitch is outside, 2-2. Look for that breaking ball here, John. Throw it right over the plate and let it break off the edge. Foul back. It's going to get out of play. Count will remain 2-2.
Quick little reminder, we got a second here and getting a baseball back out on the field. Anybody out there listening, interested in sponsoring, working with, advertising through GHP Sports, feel free to contact Charlie Titchener at Titchener and Satterley Law Office down here in Taylorsville. He'll talk to you, work with you, give you a price breakdown of what it is to advertise through GHP Sports, and we would love to have you on board.
Oh, and he hit him. I believe that got him in the face.
It did.
Still on his feet. That's a good thing.
Yeah, that is a good thing.
Spencer County trainer out there also with both coaches.
And Butler going to take the base. He's going to stay out there. I mean, it would have been a big loss for Country Day too, as he's their starting pitcher for the game. You know,
tough kid for a freshman. Take one in the head like that. So Butler down at first. Meade now up. He hit the pop-up in the infield, actually behind the pitcher's mound that Delph came over and got back in the first inning.
Yeah, you wonder about how Butler's doing out there after being hit by the pitch. You also got to wonder how Stewart's doing out there. Yeah, that's something that can mess with the pitcher's psyche. Right now we've had two pitches. Yeah, two pitches that outside, away from that batter, and you got to wonder how much that's affecting how he's viewing that strike zone.
Pitches outside, 2-1. Right down the middle. 2 balls, 2 strikes. The count now.
He needed that pitch.
Maverick Meade, 8th grader. And that caught the outside corner for strike 3.
Now batting number 11,
Holden Jones now up. Jones singled back in the first.
Nice. It was a nice single too. Be able to hit that gap over on the left side there between third and short. Just a well-stroked base hit.
First pitch strike. Strike 2 called. Took him 3 or 4 pitches, John, but I believe he's found his rhythm again.
Yeah. And that's good, because sometimes when a pitcher starts struggling, you don't know just how far down they're going to go before they'll come back.
Swung on, high bouncer to Calder. He takes it himself, force out at second base, and that'll do it for the Bearcats in the third. Your score after 2.5. KCD 5, Spencer County 1. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, bottom of the third inning, Spencer County. Due up to the plate here in the bottom of the third is Delph, Coulter, and Truax. Brady Butler still on the hill after taking that one to the face.
Tough young man right there.
Yes, he is.
Delph struck out in the first inning.
Big, slow curveball called for a strike. High chopper fielded by the third baseman. Throws across the diamond, way off. And Delph will reach on the error by the third baseman.
Now batting number 3, Bradley Coulter.
Coulter grounded out to second in the first inning. Got a run home on that ground out. After a word with Coach Kingsolver, steps into the box. Delph gets the lead from first. First pitch outside, ball 1. Coulter squares to bunt, bunts it foul.
Two things I see right there, Bo. One, you're facing a catcher who's yet to prove that he can throw down to second well, and you've also got one of your best bats up at the plate right now. If I'm Kingsolver, I'm not bunting in a situation like this. If I want to advance that runner's going to steal the base.
Yeah. Called strike 2.
But we also have the advantage of sitting up here and
That's
talking
exactly
about it.
right.
So, you know, I know Bo has said it to numerous people many, many times, and I agree with him. This is the best job in sports in Spencer County right here.
That pitch is low, ball 2.
We get to sit up here and talk about what's going on and not have to worry about any of the consequences of that.
Yep. 2 balls, 2 strikes, nobody out, bottom of the third. Delph gets the lead from first. Pitch to Coulter behind him. 3-2. I'm wearing that pitch, John.
Yeah, yeah. In a situation where you're looking to square to even bunt just to get first base to advance the runner, I mean, that's a good opportunity right there.
And payoff pitch, hard ground ball down third baseline, but foul.
Bradley Coulter, as we mentioned in the last game we did here for the Spencer County Bears, signed with WKU to play baseball. He's only a junior this year, so he's still got one more season to go here for these Spencer County Bears, but already looking forward to headed to Bowling Green to play baseball.
The high fly ball is going to be out of play. Remain 3-2. Coulter, 368 coming into this game. 4 home runs, 12 RBIs.
And he might have 5.
He might have 5. That ball's hit deep, and it's gone. Home run, Bradley Coulter.
Home run, Bears. Number 3, Bradley Coulter.
Fifth home run. RBI number 27 and 28, as he's had 1 back in the first inning. 3 RBIs on the day for Coulter.
Number 24, Josh Truax.
One swing of the bat, and we've changed the look of this ball game right here, Bo. 5-3, a whole lot different than 5-1.
Absolutely. Josh Truax. Coulter must have carried his bat all the way down to first. There was no doubt about that one. I mean, that probably one hop or two hopped over there to the softball fence.
Yeah, it was still climbing by the time it reached the middle of the outfield, if not further. Catcher adjusting his gear.
1 ball, no strikes. Count to Josh Truax. And called strike 1. Still nobody out. Big, slow breaking ball called strike 2. One ball, 2 strikes. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see that pitch again right here, John.
Yeah, I'm throwing it if I'm Butler.
And fastball, outside corner.
You know, talking
Off
about
outside
that.
corner.
Yeah, and talking about throwing that pitch. I mean, you're seeing a situation right here. For some reason, Josh Truax is not seeing that ball come across as a strike, and I mean that's why he's not even close to pulling the trigger. I'm throwing it again.
There it is. Almost hit him. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Payoff pitch to Truax. There's a drive into left field. That's going to get over the left fielder's head and 1 hop the wall. Truax going around first. He's going to pull into second standing up. And that's 2 doubles on the day for Josh Truax.
Now batting number 17, Mason Wright.
Nothing wrong with hitting 2 doubles in senior night here, your last game at Spencer County High School.
Coach Sims coming out to talk to Butler.
Only difference in this situation of the double that he hit is he's on with nobody out versus being on with 2 outs in the last inning, or in the first inning, I'm sorry.
Folks, if you're listening here tonight, don't forget tomorrow night, senior night for the girls over on the softball field. John and I will be set up over there along with the rest of the GHP-SPORTS crew.
It's going to be
Bring
another
you
hot one, too.
Senior night for the girls softball.
Be another hot one. Anybody out there listening wants to come tomorrow night, don't be afraid to bring an extra bottle of water or lemonade or Gatorade for me and Bo.
That's
Just
right.
holler up at us. We'll be glad to get it. Coach Sims going to stay with Butler.
Mason Wright squares the bunt, fouls it back. Might have caught a finger.
Yeah, he's shaking that hand like it did. Got to be careful about wrapping them fingers around that bat when you're butting.
You pinch, you don't
You
wrap.
pinch from behind.
Yep. Pulls the bunt back there for called strike. No balls, 2 strikes. Now the count on Wright. And I believe we might have a Coach Kingsolver's wanting to know did he bring the bat back or was that a pitch across the plate? The 0-2. Swung on line drive into center field. That's going to get down. Throw comes in, cut off by the first baseman. Truax will have to stop at third. Good shot there by Mason Wright.
Now batting number 2, Jacob Trowbridge.
Spencer County rolls on.
Jacob Trowbridge. Now that flew out, pop up to the pitcher.
We're going to see a pitching change
We're going to see
here.
a pitch and change.
Coach Sims seen enough. Butler been the best he's had on the mound so far this season. Looks like we're going to be seeing
number 10.
Yeah, Michael Rader. 3.34 ERA on the season. I mean, for the sophomore, that's a great ERA. But just like Bradley Butler with the 2.91, I mean, it doesn't always tell the whole tale. But generally speaking, you know, he's got 29 and a third innings pitched. He's given up 24 hits, 26 runs. 14 of those runs were earned. 21 strikeouts, 18 walks, and just overall, you know, not too bad for these Bearcats on the mound.
It's probably the best two pitchers they've got, John, as far as innings pitched. When you look, Butler had thrown 33 2/3 coming into the game, and here Rader, like you said, 29 1/3 innings. Next closest one is at 20. So.
We're going to take a few minutes here to give the young man an opportunity to warm up. You know, just like we'd had, you know, in previous innings, we're sitting here. Spencer County got runners on the corners. You know, look for Coach Kingsolver to get that runner moved over to second base, have two runners in scoring position while he's got Trowbridge up to the plate. I don't know if anybody heard that.
Big bad job.
Yeah, phone kind of rang. Little Jimmy Dean. And probably half of our audience has no idea who that is.
You know, this could be this second time through the lineup. You know, first time through, Spencer County Truax had the double.
Yep.
You know, really, other than that, no big. Walters had the base hit, but now you're seeing this speed the second time through, and this is probably something, you know, Spencer County's probably used to seeing something coming in a little hotter than what they're seeing here today.
Yep.
And second time through, they're adjusting. Catcher steps out, gives the signal of what they're going to do on the steal. I would almost bet the house that Mason Wright is going here.
Yeah.
Pitch gets by, and here comes the runner home. Truax scores from third on the error by the first baseman. That pitch is really about right where you want, or the throw.
Yeah.
About right where you wanted it. Five to 4 now. Spencer County trails by 1. I'm still going if I'm right here. Another throw back over to first. Back in time.
And just a little statistic here for everybody out there listening. You know, of course, Josh Truax just stole from third, stole home plate. First stolen base on the season for the senior right there. So senior night, get that stolen base.
And Wright is going. Throw down's not even close. Gets by. Wright stays at second. I'm not so sure I don't steal third.
Well, again, you're still in a spot where you haven't seen this catcher show that he could stop the run.
No.
And, you know, you
got
got to do
speed
what you
out
can.
there at second.
Yep.
Nobody out. He probably scores on a single anyway, John. But if you get him over to third, then you got the opportunity for the sac fly to get him home.
Yep.
Tie this ball game up. Trowbridge was taken all the way there, and he walks. Now Alex Hawkinsmith, who hit a bullet to the left fielder's first time up. Runners on first and second for the Bears. Nobody out. They've already plated 3 here in the bottom of the third. Hawkinsmith looked as if he was going to square the bunt. One 0 pitch. He does square the bunt. Fouls it back. 1-1.
Again, we have the opportunity just to sit up here and just kind of evaluate what we see. We're not coaching. We're not doing – none of our stuff's official. But I'm not bunting if I'm Kingsolver in this spot. And it's not that the bunt's a bad idea, Bo. I want to want everybody to understand it's not that it's a bad idea. A lot of times you get kids of this age up there and you ask for them to bunt. They've got it in their mind that they've got to bunt, and they stab at the ball, whether the pitch is outside, inside.
Pops that one up. Very dangerous there.
Yeah, and
two balls, 2 strikes.
You potentially put them in a bad spot, in trying to make a bunt happen that really isn't there. And so, pitcher struggling to get some pitches across the plate, catcher not really able to stop the running advance for the Spencer County Bears. I'm letting the batter swing away.
You got a kid that laced one his first time up. Hits another hard ball to third. He's going to get the force out at third on the fielder's choice.
Now, batting number 22, Avery Burkhart.
One away, still got runners on first and second. Avery Burkhart, who walked and stole a base, back in the second. Now, I agree with you. I mean, you look at the book, Coaching 101 is probably going to tell you probably bumped there. But, the Coaching 101 book don't take into consideration what we've seen the first, 3 innings here and what you've got on the hill throwing at you and what that kid did the last time up at the plate. I don't think I'm butting either.
Yeah. I don't want to affect the rhythm of this game for my team.
Slow grounder to short or second. Burkhart thrown out at first. Another fielder's choice. Does move the runners 90 feet. Now the Bears have runners on second, third, 2 outs for Balin Ford.
Balin Ford, as we mentioned there in the second inning, not the typical batter you would see in the 9 slot. But, out there today, Balin started this game with a 243 batting average. I mean, just hitting the ball really well. 4 RBIs on the season, 9 runs, 9 hits, 37 at bats. Just not the typical stats you're going to see this time of year in the 9 slot. So, really the opportunity to flip this lineup over right here with Balin Ford and be able to keep this inning alive.
Singled last time up. Takes the first 2 pitches, both strikes. There's a fly ball. That's going to get down, John. Foul. Foul ball.
Ooh.
2 more was scoring on that one.
Yeah, I thought we had something real good right there.
Connor Mattingly actually out on second base running for Hawkinsmith. No balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. KCD leads Spencer County 5-4 here in the bottom of the third. The 0-2 pitch. Swung on, back up the middle. That's trying to sneak through, fielded by the second baseman. He's safe. The ball gets by. 2 runs are scoring. And again, that's 2 times today Balin Ford has reached because of his hustle.
Yeah.
But I do believe you got to get an E4 there.
Yeah, E4, definitely. I already wrote it down in my book.
But because of his speed, it made that second baseman rush that throw. And
Yep.
Spencer County now with a 6-5 lead, and we're back up to the top of the lineup. Carter Walters is 1 for 2. Singled and grounded out to second.
I got the speed of Balin Ford over there on first. I'm sending him, Bo.
I'm with you, man. Until that catcher shows me he can throw somebody out, I'm going. Fouled that pitch back, 1-1. Big lead. The extra step this time for Balin. He's going. That ball's up in the air. It may stay in. Third baseman over in foul territory by the Bears dugout makes the catch for out number 3, but not before the Bears score 5, John. And your score after 3, Spencer County 6, KCD 5. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports.
Back here at Spencer County High School, Stewart's still on the mound for the Bears. Got the top of the order coming up for the Bearcats. Imagine Coach Sims out there hoping to try to get something going like he had in the first inning, Bo.
Yeah, Figo 1 for 1. Been on base both times up. Singled in the first and walked.
But this is also the first time Figa's faced Stewart as a pitcher. Stewart came back in in the first inning against Dodge Hill.
That pitch is low, 2-0. Back at him, knocks it down with his leg, throws on to first. Gets the out. Let's check on Jarrett Stewart there. Hard shot by Figa.
He seems to be moving around all right, Bo.
Umpire goes about halfway out, sees he's okay, turns around, comes back.
These kids nowadays made of rubber. You know that. At least it seems that way to us.
Here's Stodge Hill, who singled and then popped out to the second baseman Burkhart back in the first inning. Second time he's faced Stewart. Stewart throws that one in the dirt, 1-0. Ground ball goes to Calder. Eats him up.
That's 3 errors on the game for Bradley Coulter.
Stodgill stole 2 bases in the first inning, so Stewart will have to keep an eye on him. He's going, first pitch. Throw down is not going to be in time. That first pitch was called a strike. I'm sure he was taken all the way to let that runner advance, but now Russo struck out both times up, John, so he's going to be eager to get his cuts in. He's going for third. That ball's in the dirt. Throw down to third's not in time. Another stolen base. 4 stolen bases in the game by Stodgill. One ball, one strike. 1 out. Ground ball back up the middle. Fielded by Colder. Throws the ball over the first baseman's head into the dugout, so he'll automatically get second base and run scores.
Now batting number 23, E.T. Harris.
Ethan Harris. They're calling him E.T. over here on the side, John. Game now tied at 6. That pitch caught the outside corner, strike 1. Russo down at second. Harris reached on an error and struck out. Grounds that one hard into the Spencer County dugout. No balls, 2 strikes.
Be a big out for Stewart right here if he can get this batter. Whole lot different with a runner in scoring position and 2 outs than it is with 1 out.
Runner goes. They've got him picked off. Tried to get the early break. Jarrett Stewart turned around for a pickoff move, and he was already gone.
Yep.
Now 2 away, nobody on. Takes away a big threat for KCD here. Swing and a miss for strike 3. That'll do it for KCD in the 4th. They score 1 to tie it up. Your score after 3.5. KCD 6, Spencer County 6. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, get ready to start the bottom of the fourth inning
Number 14.
for Spencer County. Delph, Coulter, and Truax due up here in the fourth for Spencer. This game now tied 6-6. John, this is either the third game we've done.
Third game in baseball that we've done.
And this has been by far the most competitive one we've seen. 6-6 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. Delph takes the first pitch for a ball.
Yeah, Delph leading off this inning. You know, he's the one that got the mess started last inning. You know, that resulted in the 5-run inning for the Spencer County Bears. Reached on an error by the third baseman.
Breaking pitch gets over for strike one. Pitcher calls off the first sign, goes with the second. And pitch is down low. 2-1. Delph jumps on that one, hits it to right field up in the air. Right fielder camps under it, makes the catch for out number one.
Now batting number 3, Bradley Coulter.
Coulter, who hit one last time up, John, that probably should have had a stewardess on it. It flew so far.
Yep. I think he got some frequent flyer miles on that one.
The pitch caught the outside corner, strike one.
This is the first time that Coulter's faced Raider, though, pitching.
Up and in, ball one. The pitcher lost his hat on that one. Two balls, one strike, count to Bradley Coulter. He said he's 1 for 2 on the day. Hit the home run back last inning. 3 RBIs. Takes that pitch for a strike, 2-2. Two pitch to Coulter. Breaking ball. Hits another one up in there. It's right center field. Right fielder under it again. Makes the catch just short of the wall for out number 2.
Now batting number 24.
Right fielder pretty active right now so far in this inning. Coulter just got under that pitch just a little bit too much.
Now Josh Truax, who's doubled in both his plate appearances today. I believe if I'm KCD, I play to that left center field.
Yeah, I would
pull
I
the
would
shift on right here.
Yep.
There's another one.
That one,
high fly ball. Left fielder's underneath that one and makes the catch for out number 3. And that'll do it for the Bears in the fourth. Your score after 4. Spencer County 6, KCD 6. We'll be right back on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, top of the 5th inning for the Kentucky Country Day Bearcats. Michael Rader, Williams, and Butler due up for the Bearcats. That pitch is inside, ball 1. Rader walked in the first, struck out in the second. Outside corner, strike 1. Swing and a miss, strike 2.
Way behind that pitch. And if I'm Stewart, I'm right back at it.
He is. I mean, he's on the rubber. He's ready to go before Rader even steps in the box. Popped up. I lost it.
Yeah, it's straight back.
No points on that one.
Nope.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch, called strike 3.
Now batting, number 25, Carl Williams.
Carl Williams reached on the error by Coulter and struck out looking his last time. First pitch called strike. Swing and a miss, strike 2. Hawkins Smith wanted that one. Mm-hmm. He almost threw the ball down to third. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Breaking pitch inside, 2-2. And swing and a miss, strike 3. 2 away. I believe that's 8 strikeouts now.
Yeah, that's what I have, 8 strikeouts for Stewart.
Now Brady Butler. Butler who singled back in the first inning. Second inning took one to the chops. Popped up, Burkhart in the grass, makes the catch for out number 3, and that'll do it for KCD in the 5th. Your score after 4.5. Spencer County 6, KCD 6. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports. Back at Spencer County High School, bottom of the 5th inning. 6-6 ball game between Spencer County and Kentucky Country Day. Due up for Spencer County here in the bottom of the 5th, Mason Wright, Jacob Trowbridge, and Alex Hawkinsmith.
Michael Rader remains on the mound for Kentucky Country Day.
Wright singled last time up, struck out in the dirt, the old 2-3 strikeout. That pitch is in dirt, ball 1. One ball, no strikes. Ground ball hit to third, fielded cleanly, throws across for out number 1.
Now batting number 2, Jacob Trowbridge.
Rader yet to give up a hit to these Spencer County Bears.
Trowbridge popped out to the pitcher in the second, walked back in the third.
Yeah, in fact, Trowbridge is the only walk Rader's given up.
There's a ground ball to short. Comes in, fields it, throws across the diamond for out number 2.
Now batting number 5, Alex Hawkinsmith.
Hawkinsmith lined out to left field his first time up, hit into a fielder's choice back in the third. First pitch in the dirt, ball 1. Curveball across the plate for strike 1. 1 ball, 1 strike to Alex Hawkinsmith. I believe the umpire's asking him if it hit him.
Yeah, that's not exactly how you make that call.
No. Absolutely, it hit me.
Yeah, if I'm batter and he says that, yeah.
2 balls, 1 strike. Breaking pitch gets the outside corner for strike 2. Deuce is wild here. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Swing and a miss. It gets by the catcher. Hawkinsmith runs down to first. Throw is not going to be in time. And, folks, that's the rare strikeout where you get on base.
Now batting number 22, Avery Burkhart.
Connor Mattingly comes in to run for Hawkinsmith. Now Avery Burkhart, who walked in the second, stole a base, then back in the third, hit into a fielder's choice. Ball gets by. Mattingly's going to stay. Pitch is high, ball 1. Mattingly gets the lead from first. He's going. Got a really good jump. All right. He was almost into his slide before the catcher even threw the ball, John.
Yeah, it really.
He stole that one on the pitcher.
Yeah, the catcher should have ate that. You get that good of a jump, you're just taking a chance on throwing it away if you're the catcher.
Runner on second now. Burkhart takes the pitch, curveball for a strike. 1 ball, 2 strikes. didn't really want that one, but done the right thing there, John. Fouled it off.
Seen the pitch.
1-2.
Pitch was kind of close. At least he felt it was close. Needed to battle it off. That's what you do. Choke up on the bat.
Mattingly with the lead from second. There's a drive into center field. Harris camps under it and makes the catch for out number 3. Nothing doing for the Bears in the 5th. Your score after 5. KCD 6, Spencer County 6. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports. Back at Spencer County High School, top of the 6th inning. 6-6 ball game here, folks. If you stayed at home, you're missing out on a good one unless you're catching it with us here on GHP Sports.
In that case, we appreciate you letting us into your home or into your device or wherever you are currently watching right now. We're glad to have you with us.
Maverick Mead. Ground ball to first. Picked up by Truax. Takes it by himself for out number 1.
Now batting number 11, Holden Jones.
Holden Jones singled in the first and then grounded out to the shortstop Calder, who took it by himself to end the second. First pitch called strike.
Interesting little side note going on in this game, Bo. Of course, we had Butler started on the mound for Kentucky Country Day. We had Brody Frederick start on the mound for the Spencer County Bears. And both made pitching changes where they had, struggling in certain innings. The first inning for Brody, the third inning for Butler. These relief pitchers that have come in, neither relief pitcher has given up a hit so far in this game. Anytime a ball's been hit, it's been hit into a fielder's choice situation or an error. And so 2 relief pitchers battling it back and forth, neither one having given up a hit right now.
1 ball, 2 strikes, the count. Fouled that one off the handle. Swing and a miss, strike 3. That's 9 strikeouts now for Jared Stewart.
Now batting number 22, Jake Figa.
Now back to the top of the lineup. Jake Figa singled, walked, and grounded back to Stewart his last time up. First pitch outside. Only lefty in this KCD lineup. Second pitch called strike. The 1-1. Swung on. Fouled out of play. One ball, two strikes. Count to Figa. Up and in, ball two. So important for Spencer County to get him and Stagio, John. They've stole 4 or 5 bases apiece today.
Yep.
There's a pop up to center field. Walters takes about 4 steps over, makes the catch for out number 3. That'll do it for KCD in the 6th. Your score, Spencer County 6, KCD 6. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, bottom of the 6th inning, 9-1-2 due up for the Spencer County Bears. Balin Ford back up top to Walters and Delph.
We were talking there during the break, Bo, and that's a great spot to be in if you're Coach Kingsolver and these Bears in the lineup. You know, we a couple times talk about Balin Ford and just how good of a hitter he is, and to have a hitter like that in your number 9 spot and be able to flip over the order in this inning, this is an opportunity right here to put some on the board.
First pitch of the dirt, ball 1. Balin reached base both times up today. First time up, infield single, and in the second one, an error on the second baseman. And just we talk about the speed of different teams, you know, John. It's you know, showing his hustle down the first base line. Both of those could have been easily been ground outs, and because of his speed, give the fielder trouble getting the out. He fouls that one. I have a couple baseballs up there, ain't we?
Yep.
1 ball, 1 strike. Count to Ford. Breaking ball over for called strike 2. Again loses his hat. It's 3 times. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Count to Balin Ford.
Now, we could bring clippers with us and offer haircuts between innings, and them hats might stay on a little bit better.
I wouldn't know. Line drive to center field. Harris makes the catch for out number 1.
Now batting number 8, Carter Walters.
Carter Walters. 1 for 3. Single back in the first. Grounded out to second and popped out to the third baseman. Fouled that back. 0-1. Fouled that one back. 0-2.
Walters putting him in a spot now. He's got to defend that plate, Bo. Choke up on that bat. Looking to make contact. Just battle these pitches off.
Both these KCD pitchers, John, had that slow curve, that Rick Mailer curveball. And I would not be shocked to see that try to throw it off the plate here a little bit and come in the back door.
Yeah, I mean, worst case scenario, if you're Raider out there on the mound, you don't get it to come across. You're sitting in a spot you can afford to give up that pitch. But if you happen to get it to curve in on you, I mean, very easily could throw that for a called strike 3.
Fouled another one off. Three pitches, 3 foul balls off the bat of Walters. He crushed that one, John.
Yeah. That's about a long foul ball you're going to see out of this field. Yeah, we had heard coming into the first game that we did this year that this is a young man to watch right here.
Yeah. Ball's in the dirt, 1-2. Upstairs, 2-2. Walters just a freshman. There he tried the backdoor curveball, didn't work. 3-2.
Walters able to work this count back to full. Put the pressure on Raider here.
8th pitch of the at-bat right here. Line drive up the middle, base hit.
Now batting, number 14, Jacob Bell.
All right, Bo, it's
up.
bottom of the 6th inning. You got one out. You got a speedster and your leadoff runner on first base. I'm stealing him. I'm sending that runner to second. I'm going to try to do whatever I can to get him in scoring position. It's a tie ball game.
Yep.
Bottom of the 6th inning, I want to get that runner over there where I have as many opportunities as possible to score him.
Yep. I actually had Delph taken here, and I've got him so far back in the box, the catcher's got to get in the umpire's lap. Walters is going. Throw is not in time. So now the Bears are in business here. Go ahead run. Down at second base. One out. Delph. Bouncer to third. Eats the third baseman up. He's just going to hold it. Delph reaches on an error by the third baseman. That's twice Delph has reached on an error by the third baseman.
Yeah. Really spreading the ball out across the field well. I mean, 4th inning, nice shot out to right field. Just the right fielder able to make a good play on it, get under the ball for the catch, and 2 shots over to the third baseman. So
that ball gets by the catcher. Walters and Delph advance 90 feet. Now, Coach Kingsolver's got to think. He said there's no better place for him to be right here. You got runners on second, third. You got probably your best bat at the plate.
Yep.
You're looking to get both these runners home. 1 ball, no strikes. The count to Calder. Pitch caught the outside corner, strike 1. Calder 3 RBIs on the day. Outside 2-1. I ain't so sure if I'm KCD. I don't walk him here.
Yeah.
You got first base open now.
It's a thought. It's a thought. But you've also have Truax coming up who's hit the ball hard.
Twice. 2 doubles, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, even the last time he was up, Truax with a hard shot out to left field. I mean, he's hitting it every time. I mean, you're at a point there where you're probably at least giving up a sacrifice to Truax by the way everything's going.
3-1 pitch to Calder. Walked him. Bears, bases loaded, 1 out.
Now batting, number 24, Josh Truax.
This is the first time the Bears have really threatened John since Raiders come in the game.
Yeah, Raider giving up his first hit of this game that to anybody. He gave up to Walters here to start this, or not to start this, but to start this little rally we got going right here. And Truax stepping up, and let's just hope his eyes aren't too big right here. Let's stay calm and let's just put the bat on the ball, put the ball in play.
Bases loaded, 1 out. Bottom of the 6th, score tied at 6. First pitch, just outside, ball 1. Again, Truax batted 3 times, tagged the ball all 3 times, 2 doubles and a flyout. Big swing and a miss. Count 1-1. One pitch. Foul back. 1-2.
Need to try to do something with this one. You really hate to have those bases loaded 2 outs because then it just opens up a lot of situations that could end this inning.
Upstairs, 2-2. Base is full. The 2-2 pitch. Truax inside. That runs it full. Got nowhere to put him, John.
Nope. Got to come after him.
Payoff pitch to Truax. There's a drive into right center field. John, that is one hops the wall. Calder rounding third. He's safe. He's under the tag. He sure was. Head first slide by Delph. He got under the tag. There's no doubt about it. Another double. Josh Truax.
Now batting number 17, Mason Wright.
Bears now lead 8-6. Still in business. Runners on second and third. Mason Wright up to the plate. Mason struck out, singled, grounded out to third. First pitch gets by. Here comes Calder. He's going to score easily to make it 9-6. And Coach Sims calling timeout. When you look up there on the scoreboard, Bears scored 5 in the third, and they've got 3 so far this inning. It's the third inning for these pitchers.
Yep.
Again, a lot of times the second time around.
Yep, you get an opportunity. You've seen speed, you've seen locations, and I think that's where you were going with this, Bo, is you've educated yourself essentially on that pitcher.
Rader had the Bears' number there for a couple innings, and they're going to stick with him.
Yeah, 2 innings. Didn't give up any hits at all so far this inning. He's already given up a single to Walters, given up a double to Truax. And, of course, Truax sitting out there on third base, got the Bears still threatening.
Still only 1 away, 9-6 lead, Spencer County now. Pitch is in the dirt. 2-0.
If I'm Coach Kingsolver, this isn't a bat. I want Mason to be patient. I want him to see these pitches. I want to force that pitcher to throw strikes. Simply because Mason, with the speed he has, even in a situation where we more than likely won't see a throw down to second, if Mason can get on first, we're automatically going to have him on second with the stolen base. 2 runners in scoring position, only 1 out, and you're still threatening.
Squeeze, and they've got him dead to rights. Now 2 away. That squeeze play is tough, John.
Yeah,
when
it
it works, man, you look like a genius. But when it don't,
well, and one of the problems is one of the things you can't control in that situation is where that pitch is going to be.
Yeah, swing and a miss, strike 3, and that'll do it for the Bears here in the 6th, but not before they score 3 to take a 9-6 lead after 6 innings. We'll be right back here on GHP Sports. Back here at Spencer County High School, top of the 7th inning. John calls it the money inning.
The money inning. Well, this is one where, whether you're a coach or a player, this is the one that matters the most right here.
Yeah. Spencer County with a 9-6 lead. Jarrett Stewart still on the hill for Spencer County. Come in relief. They're in the top of the 1st inning. And it's went the rest of the way, John. 9 strikeouts.
9 strikeouts, no hits given up, and again, that's unofficial. Obviously, this is just in my book from where I see errors or fielder's choice situations. But yeah, great
2, 3, and 4. Stodgehill, Russo, and Harris, the meat of the Bearcat lineup. He's got to go through to end this ball game. First pitch was outside.
Country Day needing 3 runs just to have the game continue.
2 balls, no strikes. Fouled that back, 2-1. This is the one, John, you really want to keep off base. I mean, he's already got 4 stolen bases today.
Yep.
And chances are he gets on. He's still in second and third.
Yeah. Yep.
Stodge-Hill singled back in the first, flew out to the second baseman also in the first, and then reached on an error back in the fourth.
One of only 2 Bearcat batters to even reach base against Wright.
Full count. Ground ball to shortstop. Coulter fires across the diamond and gets the out for out number 1. Good play there by Bradley Coulter to get the speedy Stodge-Hill. Luke Russo struck out twice and reached on an error. Breaking pitch just missed outside. 1-0. Foul ball out of play. One ball, one strike. Russo jumps all over that one. That's going to be fair ball.
That's going to be extra bases, too.
Gets all the way down the corner in left field. Ford fires it back into the cutoff man. Russo goes into second, standing up with the double.
First hit given up by Stewart.
E.T. Harris now up at the plate. Harris reached on an error, struck out twice. 2 stolen bases when he got on. So foul back, 0-1. If I'm Coach Kingsolver, I do not care about that runner at second base. That ball's in the infield. You get the out at first.
That's right. That runner means nothing. Especially in a situation where they need 3, only 1 guy out there. If you can get this second out right now, completely changes the whole composure of the top of the 7th.
Fastball called strike. 0-2 the count now to Harris. Stewart with just a friendly throw back to second. The 0-2 pitch. Breaking ball hit back up the middle, base hit. That's going to get Russo home. The ball gets by Walters. And Harris is going to go into second, standing up. And a single by Harris reaches second on an error. That brings up Michael Rader. Walked and struck out twice. Stewart toes the rubber. Harris going on the hit and run. That's going to get through to center field. He's going around second. Jarrett Stewart cuts the ball off, holds the runner at first, but now we've got a 9-8 ball game. Here comes Coach Kingsolver. I'm sure this is just going to be a friendly talk here. Calm his pitcher down a little bit. Carl Williams due up for KCD. Williams reached on an error, struck out twice.
Struck out twice, and that's something that Stewart really would like to have on this bat right now.
Don't be shocked if you see the runners going here. He takes an extra step. Runner goes. Called strike.
They
Throw
got
down
him.
to second. They got him. That's out number 2. Good throw by Hawkinsmith down to second.
That was a huge out right there.
It sure was. But I don't blame Coach Sims.
Oh, I don't either. You're still in a spot where you need another run to get the game to continue, and if you can manufacture that run by being able to advance, get into scoring position, and see what happens.
1 ball, 1 strike. The count now to Williams. 2 away now. Called strike 2. Pitch is outside, 2-2. You know, that could have been something Coach Kingsolver called when he went out there. Hey, let's throw your best fastball up a little high.
Yep.
And give Hawkinsmith his best opportunity because you knew they was going to go. 2-2 pitch. That's inside, 3-2.
Well, and that's the difference. We've seen all these base runners moving in that first inning when Brody Frederick was up pitching, and Brody didn't have the velocity that Stewart has. And that velocity really helps out getting that ball quicker to the catcher so he can get rid of it.
Line drive back. Jarrett Stewart knocks it down, goes on to first, and that'll do it. This one belongs to the Bears.
Sorry, guys, we kind of left you.
We got to get all our numbers here together.
Writing some stuff down here.
So Spencer County wins tonight 9-8 on senior night on a day, John, where we celebrate not only our baseball seniors but our track and field seniors, and we'll go over there. Bryn Cooper, Haley Wethington, and then on the baseball side we had Jacob Trowbridge, Avery Burkhart, and Josh Truax, who played their last game on this field here tonight, John, and they walk away with the victory. And Truax, 3 doubles on the night.
Yeah,
if he didn't have the 3 doubles, I would have said Jarrett Stewart was the star of the game.
Yeah.
Coming in relief, and the way he pitched against this KCD team, I would have said he was the star. But it being senior night, 3 doubles, 2 huge RBIs there in the 6th inning. My MVP's got to be Josh Truax.
Yeah, you mentioned senior night, but even take away the senior night. How often have you ever looked at a baseball game and seen a batter go 3 for 4 in a 7-inning game, and all 3 of those shots, all 3 of the hits he had were doubles? To be able to hit for those extra bases every time and to be able to constantly not only hit RBIs but put himself in scoring position for that next batter coming up, just to be able to do what he can to try to put as many runs on the board for Coach Kingsolver and these Bears.
We talked the last game we done here for the Bears. They had 13 walks, 3 hit batters.
Yeah.
And the pitching really hurt them in that game. Tonight, Jarrett Stewart with 9 strikeouts. Brody Frederick had a strikeout also in the first inning. Only 2 walks.
Two walks for the entire game.
And one hit batter.
Yeah.
But just a total flip-flop from what we've seen our last game here.
It is. You know, where you'd mentioned the hit batters from the last game, the walks that were given up. I mean, what we count up, 16 different batters that were put on base without even a strike thrown, basically. Yep. And so, you know, it makes it very difficult then to try to be able to work your way back into a ball game. In a situation like this, I want to keep people, you know, keep in mind, Brody Frederick got pulled in that first inning, but Brody Frederick didn't pitch a bad game. And I don't want anybody out there to think that he got pulled and was having problems in that game. He was putting a lot of pitches over the plate. He was struggling with the fact that the runners that did get on base, whether they reached on an error or they did have something that get through or whatever, they were able to run on him simply because he didn't have that velocity like what we saw in that last or next to last at bat, or well, it was the last at bat, but the second out thrown out.
Yep.
You know, he didn't have the velocity to get the ball to the catcher, for the catcher to be able to get the ball to second and be able to stop those runners from advancing, making it very difficult to keep them off the scoreboard. But when it comes to his placement of his pitches, beautiful breaking ball that he got guys on multiple times to where they were reaching out for this thing, and it was miles out of the strike zone. So Brody Frederick, not a terrible job pitching. It's just kind of the consequences of everything else that happened during that, making it difficult for him. But like I said, you know, he did give up 5 hits, 6 stolen bases while he was out there on the mound. And that in itself was the culmination of what they were able to do in that first inning to be able to put 5 runs on the board. 1 strikeout, 2 walks, gave up 5 runs. And then Stewart, like you said, 9 strikeouts, 0 walks, only gave up 2 hits. You know, great job by the battery of the Spencer County Bears was able to put out there. And, again, I will say, Brody Frederick, nothing wrong with what he did. Did a great job out there on the mound. It's just consequences of what happened. Stewart able to come out there and just really a different dynamic, different velocity, and Country Day just never could catch up to him.
One more game for these Spencer County Bears. That game is Saturday at Carroll County, and then district starts next week. So this will be the last baseball game that we do on the year. But, folks, we will be back tomorrow night, and we'll be over on the softball field for Senior Day for the Spencer County Lady Bears softball team. And that game is against, funny enough, Carroll County.
Carroll County.
So we'll be back here tomorrow. I'd start time sometime around 5:30, 6 o'clock. I don't know exactly. I don't have it exactly right here in front of me. But looking forward to doing Senior Day for the girls also. So, John, that's really about all I got tonight. Big win here tonight for the Spencer County Bears. Come from behind win, a game where, they trailed early. And but never quit, battled, had the big inning there in the 3rd inning, and then tacked on 3 more in the 6th to take a commanding lead to walk away with it. So
and it was a good way to send the seniors out.
It was. It really was. And then, again, that's, these guys it is if you played any sport for that matter, your last time on that basketball floor, your last time on that football field or that's memories you take with you forever. And so I appreciate the 3 seniors, Jacob Trowbridge, Avery Burkhart, and Josh Truax, for everything they've done for the Spencer County program. But that's all I got tonight, John. We're going to move on. We'll see you guys tomorrow night for the Spencer County Lady Bears softball team. And your final score here tonight, Spencer County 9, Kentucky Country Day 8. We'll see you tomorrow night here on GHP Sports.